left.
The liberation of mutant kind has begun.
Welcome to the future.
Who's this clown?
Not clown, Joker.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Nobody tampers with the equipment except Tony Stark.
Good idea.
United, the Avengers are strong.
Hawkeye, hands off.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power?
Not this time, Magneto. My mutant brain senses danger.
Something unseen is slowly spreading its poison, edging tempers.
Think carefully before you do this.
You filthy criminals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I see.
It's like a technical. She's a technicality mutant, just like Sinister is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, welcome to issue 87 of Two Fat Guys Pull List. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers that watch us. I'm sure there are. Maybe there's some. I mean, we just hit a milestone, so I'm sure there's at least one mom that watches our show. But welcome to issue 87. Yeah, well, no, we'll talk about this week in a bit. First of all, we always talk about business as usual on this channel. We've got a cool update to talk about, so let's get to it. Obviously, before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, give us a like if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed and you're watching the show, thank you so much for watching live. If you're watching this as a past episode, we appreciate it as well. But if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, that notification bell, give us a like. That is very important for our show, just to show, you know that y'all are liking it for one, and we need that support. We need to keep pushing our videos through the algorithm so we can hit our 1,000 subscriber goal, so we can give away some cool slabs. Speaking of hitting goals, sub goals, as of today, we have hit 650 subscribers.
Yay.
Way to go, guys. Thank you so much. Actually, I think currently we're at 654. Now that number fluctuates, but we have hit 650. So we are not giving away a slab tonight because we just hit it today. Like it happened at like 3 this afternoon. And I want to be able to push it out to all of our social channels and let everybody know that next week, Sunday, May, what's the date? Let's see.
15th.
May 15th. We will be giving away live, so you have to be here live to watch the show. We're giving away this bad boy live May 15th. All you got to do is watch the show May 15th, chat, talk in the chat, even if it's just saying hi. You entered in. We'll do a random name spinny wheel thingy, and at the end of next week's show, May 15th, one lucky watcher viewer will win this 9.8 CBCS graded Daredevil number 25 second printing, first appearance of Elektra as Daredevil. Yep. So that's freaking awesome. And so since we've hit 650 subscribers, we got to talk about the next book that we're going to give away at 750 subscribers on our way to the road, to 1,000 subs. And I'm setting up a poll right now. So if you're watching this live, you actually have a power of choice to find out what we're going to give away at 750 subscribers. So we have 2 slabs, not this one. This one's at 1,000. Let's put this one over here. We have 2 slabs that we're gonna vote on in tonight's show. So I'll keep the poll up until the last 5 minutes of the show, or when we start winding down. So we're either going to
give the poll yet. Did you already put it up?
Not yet, because I got to say what books we're going to give away.
Oh my God.
So answer 1 is the CBCS 9.8 Green Lantern number 1 John Stewart cover B variant, which I really enjoy. I got this over at Duncanville Bookstore. It's a very, very cool book. I love the cover, and wasn't originally going to give it away, but I was like, you know what, we gotta have tiers of sub giveaways as we get to 1,000. So we may give this away at 750, or this one I feel like is the one that's going to win most of the votes. And I'm not trying to jade the vote. I'm just saying. Silver Surfer Black, issue number 1, Null variant. It's not the null variant. Actually, this is a second printing. This isn't a variant. This is a second printing of number 1 with null on the cover. 9.4 CGC graded. So in the chat, I'm going to set up a poll. We're going to put it out there. You have the power to choose what we're giving away at 750 subscribers. Either Silver Surfer Black second print issue number 1, 9.4, or CBCS graded 9.8 cover B of Green Lantern number 1 with Jon Stewart on the cover. So that is that. Make sure to vote in the chat. Make sure that everyone that comes in, I'm not going to talk about it every 5 minutes, so I'm just going to leave the poll up and people can decide, and then I will put it up at the end, and then we'll get going. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. The poll should be live here in a second, and we're off to the races. So that's the first bit of business that we have to talk about. And then we always talk about our show sponsor, which this show is powered by Collected Comics and Games here in the DFW area. They have 2 locations, one in Fort Worth and one in Keller, and they have a website called brainycomics.com. So if you want to head over to brainycomics.com, you can see that on the front page there are new exclusive covers that Ron gets in from various artists and suppliers. And you can buy these if you want. You can go over to brainycomics.com and just buy regular comics. You can buy mystery bags, back issues, graphic novels, games, toys, collectibles, so much more, even trading cards. But head over to brainycomics.com, see if you want anything. And then when you're done, you can put in a 2 Fat Guys Pull List upgrade or premium upgrade into your cart. You're probably asking, well, what is that? Well, a upgrade or premium. What is that? What is that, bro? Carne asada. Here's the asada. The upgrade for $8 gets you 1 mystery exclusive cover comic. So any of those ones that you saw at the front, or something else, it's a mystery. Or you can do the premium, which is $15, which gets you 2 mystery comic book covers in your cart, as well as whatever else you buy that day. So head over to brainycomics.com, check out the exclusives, buy whatever you want to buy, and then make sure to put this upgrade in your cart. And, obviously pay for it. And then you will get a mystery cover or 2, depending on which upgrade you get. And that, shows, obviously, our show sponsor Collected that, we're pushing out the message to get more comics. And that shows our support towards them. And we're just trying to give them a little bit more help out there. So check it out. And, head over to brainycomics.com, buy some comics, then do the upgrade. Do the right thing. Okay? Please. What up, everybody? Let's get to the chat really quick. Empire says, happy Mother's Day. What up, y'all? Howdy. Heck yeah, milestone. Congratulations, guys. 1,000 by 2023. I hope so. Patty. What up again? What up, Lotus? Empire. Stefan, how you doing? I missed the free comics yesterday, so bummed. Oh.
No.
They had, over here, I think the Keller and Ron kind of did like a day after, and I think they still had comics that you could go pick up. So some LCSs might still be doing it, but
yeah, check them out. I bet you they do.
I'm sure there will be. They won't be stingy about it. I'm sure you could go hit up your LCS and they'd be like, yeah, all right, here you go. I'm sure they'll still give it to you for free. But what up, everybody? Thanks again for watching, and let's jump into this week. So this week was not as good as I thought it was going to be. I know in our free comic book day video, I think I said it was like, this is going to be a great video. I'm like, There were good moments this week, I think. There was nothing absolutely outstanding, but I think there were good moments.
There were good moments for sure. But yeah, I would say that I could B- for me, personally.
I would agree with that. I'd say B-. I think that's a fair grade, I think. And that's including free comic book day, which we're going to talk about 3 heavy titles that came out. But it was, I'd say B- for sure. Joe says, congratulations, guys. We appreciate it, Joe. Patty, around my parts, there's always free comics left that they throw after purchases if they remember. Nice. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. All right, well, we're going to jump into our actual free comics first, and I think we're going to start with Marvel, and then the last one's going to be the DC. It's only 3 that we're actually talking about this week. First up is Judgment Day, Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals, free comic book day. I kind of think we all knew where this was going, kind of like I think we have an idea of the general beginning parts of this play are going to be, and I think Free Comic Book Day does a good job about it. It's obviously I can't remember the name of the Eternal that's been banished. That's kind of like sparking this idea. What's his name?
Uranus.
Yeah, Uranus. He's very like stick to the script, but rather than go through protocol, it's just like if there is a deviation, you must annihilate it. Done. And so, to be honest with you, I'm surprised we haven't really had this thought yet within the actual Marvel comic universe. You know what I mean? Like mutation. How is mutation not have been already classified as a deviation? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think it's super clever. So
yeah. So we kind of see that being discovered upon. The Eternals have now realized that the X-Men are immortal in a sense, but they are not eternal, which I thought was a really clever little play with one of the Eternals that makes that distinction. So I think all of that is pretty standard. I think we all kind of saw that coming. The thing that got me going like, whoa, like, hey, we're actually making some moves here, is at the end where we find out that Mary Jane and her aunt is currently taking the Krakoan drugs, and she's actually a what do you call it? A
invitee.
Sure. No, invitee, but she's an ambassador for the drug. She's going on news and talking about it. She's pushing. Yeah, she's talking about how beneficial these drugs are on a personal level. So we see that, but then we find out, as usual, that most of our characters within the Marvel comic universe are attendees or invitees to the Hellfire Gala, which is happening again, and Mary Jane is one. But we have a Terminator situation going on, and I think we were both kind of wondering, like, when is Moira going to show up? We know that she is now an AI or a personality uploaded into artificial intelligence, I guess you could say. And so we were just kind of wondering, ooh, did you get something?
Yeah, sorry, that's a fly on my screen. Been buzzing around for a while.
I was just kind of wondering, like, how quickly she was going to show up, and it looks like she's hitting the ground running. And I don't know if Mary Jane's going to die. I doubt it, but
been there, done that.
She's like talking. She kidnaps Mary Jane, and she's like, "I'm gonna wear your skin to the gala." So, and she's done that before, right? Like we've seen her do that. Right?
She just did it to poor
to Banshee. So like, I wouldn't put it past her that she's gonna like wear Mary Jane's skin. I'm sure she won't. Or if she does, there'll be some kind of black magic. She'll come back to life. Yada yada yada. Whatever. Right. That actually had me. Like, I was like, are we gonna talk about this in Spider-Man? Because if we're gonna talk about this in Spider-Man, where she's getting hijacked by players in other books, you might have me intrigued. I don't think it is.
I highly doubt it. Yeah.
Right. So, I think that was the.
Zeb Wells is part of was a part of the X team there for a while, so maybe he's like, hey, I kind of want to get in on this still.
Well, and there's the distinction, right? So that's Judgment Day in a nutshell. Was there a third story in there? It was just those two, right? There wasn't anything else.
No, it was
that had me surprised. The front part of the book, not so much. Kind of just like I kind of saw that coming, but I'm excited. It's got me excited for it. But the hook at the end, I was like, oh, okay. Like if Spidey's gonna come and play with the X-Men or the Avengers or even the Eternals, color me intrigued. Okay. So let's move on to the next one, which is Amazing Spider-Man and Venom Free Comic Book Day.
I didn't read this one yet.
Okay. You need to, but I know it's going to be the absolute final nail in the coffin that you will not read Spider-Man.
Really?
I think so. I could be wrong. Maybe you read it and you're like, you know what? I'm going to give issue 2 a second shot, but and it's solely. I'm sorry to everybody that is watching our channel who's a new sub that just found our channel because of Free Comic Book Day videos, or if you've told us that you got to give this guy a shot. John Romita Jr.'s artwork is poo-poo. It's not good. It's not good, and it's so bad that I can't read the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's so distracting and it's so poorly executed that I can't give Wells his due. Like, the writing might be just absolutely fantastic, but the artwork is so trash. And we're spoiled. Okay, we're spoiled. We obviously like the artists that we like.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating. Anyway, that being said, if you do have the Amazing Spider-Man Venom Free Comic Book Day book, put it in a Mylar, put it away. There is a first appearance of Ben Reilly as his vision, or his what am I saying? Villainous form, demon-esque. And I know that there's been a lot of hype about that, and that, you know, there's going to be a cover appearance, which will be big too. But this is the first appearance of Ben Reilly as this. I believe so. Maybe he did turn into this in the Beyond. But if he did, then I'm mistaken. But if he didn't, this is the first appearance of Ben Reilly as like a villain, in his new outfit. So if you have it, put it in a Mylar. Yay. Also, I think there's something in Venom too. I'm not connected to that story very much anymore. So if there's something there, I'm sure there is. But what's going on, and it has me intrigued. The hook in the Spider-Man story actually has me intrigued, but the artwork is so bad that I don't want to go. I don't want to move forward in it. So the hook is Ben Reilly, demon suit guy. You know how he looks badass, except John Romita's artist poo-poo. He's teaming up with Madeline Pryor.
Okay.
And they're essentially the Free Comic Book Day story in this one is this guy's like, hi, my name is Joe, and I go to the same mailbox every day, and I put in my mail. And oh, he already debuted the new suit. All right, thank you, Joe. Then I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he puts this mail in the same freaking box, and then when he goes to put the mail in, the mail turns into like it has teeth, and it's like a demon. It's like, I'm gonna eat your hand, and
so like actual original Inferno.
Sure, I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. So Spider-Man comes in, whip whap whoop, defeats the mailbox, almost gets arrested by a mail person because they're like, that's federal property, blah blah blah. Leaves, and then Ben Reilly's essentially. He does a pretty cool rain scene. JJ does a pretty cool rain scene. I mean, yeah, I just don't get it. I'm sorry, guys. Like, kill me in the comments. I'm sorry. I don't get it. But anyway, he's teaming up with Madeline Pryor. So there's some cross promotion here with mutants and Spider-Man kind of going on still. So there may be what you're saying, where Zeb is going to, bring in some X-Men. I don't know, but I can't do it. I mean, who knows? When issue 2 of Spider-Man comes out, I might get sucked into buying it. But
You will. You like Spider-Man too much.
Yeah, but I learned my lesson.
You're gonna get through this first arc, and then Romita's gonna be off the book, and then
if he's off the book, hell yeah, yeah, we'll make a video about it. I don't care. Anyway,
no, that's toxic. We're not gonna make no video about it.
Anyway, the Venom thing I think was cool, but again, the artwork was not good. So whatever story they're trying to tell, I couldn't get into it because the arc was just kind of like, it just felt rushed. It felt like, hey, we just got to get this out because it's Free Comic Book Day. Nobody's buying it, so just put it out. And things just didn't look good. But anyway, that's that for that one. Our last Free Comic Book Day video, or Free Comic Book comic that we're going to be talking about in tonight's show, or issue 87, is Dark Crisis Special Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe it? Do you believe? Because that's the question I have to ask. I think everyone needs to ask. Is the Justice League truly gone? No. But they are trying so hard to. They're gone. They're not coming back. And I'm like, Yeah, but they are coming back.
But see, I didn't even in this issue, I felt like they were like being tongue in cheek. Like they had the kid go, but are they really coming back? They come back all the time, and they're like, even like Nightwing's little like memorial, just it didn't. Maybe because I've already seen this panel a million times, you know, like the big memorial scene, but like it just nothing felt authentic.
I don't think any of it feels authentic, to be honest. I'm excited for the event, and then I'm doing a complete 180. You know, Friday we have to put in our orders for new comics. Last call.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I do?
I don't know.
I told you that I was only going to get the main Dark Crisis titles, and then there's my ass ordering A World Without Superman.
Oh,
like I'm just doing it.
Oh wow.
Because I feel like this is different, right? Like this is different from Dark Metal. Like Dark Metal's like this happened between issues blank and blank, and then everything got snapped, but things changed. Whereas this is like they're not coming back. And of course they are, like at some point, and that'll be the relaunch, the new 85, whatever. I don't know.
Oh my god, we are not relaunching already. We just did this.
I'm just saying it's gonna happen.
No, we are not relaunching. I will bet money on it. It's not happening.
But I did. That being said, criticism aside, I really did enjoy this issue. It was a nice like, here's the tone again, and then also I liked the kind of history lesson into it because like we're new to DC. So
the little for only 4 pages, that was a pretty good little 4-page like, hey, this is what crises are, just in case you didn't know. But
right,
I thought that I was as someone who's never read a crisis event, I appreciated that.
Yeah,
even though I knew all of it.
Right, but I liked it, and I'm excited for both DC and Marvel's summer event. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to really supercharge the show, and I think there's going to be a lot to talk about. And I'm going to give... I think when you sent me the lineup on who's writing the Worlds Without, I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I'm sure at that point, I'm going to go ahead and buy every other tie-in. Now, am I going to get the Flash issues?
Yes. Yes, you are.
I just...
I like how you only went into that sentence intending to say no, and you couldn't.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta get him. Dang it. Well, let's jump into chat really quick, just to kind of catch up here. Obviously, you're in the chat, so there you go.
What are you talking about?
Oh, dude, your JJ opinions are trashed. Honestly, I don't mind. Ramita's art wasn't that bad. Past 2 Spider-Man issues are at least thought to be better than what else I've seen from him. Okay. I'm with you guys, though. I'm not the most exciting artist. It's just not... Yeah, there it is. It feels like... I think putting Ramita on the book, it just feels like it's like a pass. It's like, no, we're just going to stick with something that's going to get a lot of people nostalgic state on the book. And I just don't think... I think Spider-Man deserves better. You know what I mean? Like, I think he deserves, a nice boost in the arm. Art-wise, I think he deserves... he's freaking Spider-Man. Don't just put somebody that can make something really fast. Let's have some fun with it. Like, I've seen Spider-Man comics that look absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And Zeb, I think, deserves that too. What? No?
No, I agree.
Okay.
You're just too pissy.
I'm not too pissy. Quiku, our show historian, has pointed out as well that there is a chance that the mailbox becoming a demon is a reference to the original Inferno. It happened there too, so I'm so glad he's here. Cruz says, no, I believe there were the Flash wasn't Injustice incarnate. They would be happy where Flash seemed they were brainwashed or in a mind-bent universe. Is that because that's currently going on in the Crisis, right? He's been kidnapped.
Wait, what?
Flash, current Flash, not current Flash, but the
Wally
other Flash.
West.
Wally West, yes.
It's not Barry Allen.
I thought Barry Allen was.
Barry Allen's currently in the Justice League. I
thought he got kidnapped.
I don't know.
There's too much. See, this is where I get confused. Joe says, I really like the different versions of the Justice League throughout the years, even though they missed the Superman JL Justice League they had during the Death of Superman story events, but they were cool to see. I remember that as a kid, like when they, like Superman's dying, and then there were these 3 Supermen, and like you're like, who are they? There was Superboy, literally the Man of Steel, and then Cyborg Superman, which actually Cyborg Superman design-wise is one of my favorites. Like, I genuinely like that version of Superman, even though it's not Brainiac, it's like Cyborg, or I can't remember his name. Not Cyborg. Okay. Patty says, I was so pumped to get the promo poster for this event. It's the same as the cover, and it goes for the poster frame. Light up. Thank you, LCS owners. Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, Gleason did a fine job with ASM. I need to look that up. I'm sure, That's what I'm just saying. Like, I think Spider-Man deserves more than Ramita. I think Ramita, I'm not saying, no, I am saying I don't like Ramita's art. I just don't think it's good. And I think Spider-Man deserves better. Like, when when he got announced, I know, I'm sorry. I just got
rambling on too much about this.
No, listen.
Yes, you are.
Remember when he got announced that he was coming back, and we thought that he was going to be on the Trial of Magneto, and he did that promo art for it, and we were like, what is going on with his hands? Like, they were like flat noodles. Like, I just okay.
Yes,
moving on. All right, so let's talk about our actual pull this week. We're going to jump into our X-Books with Marauder issue number 2. I am all for this book. I think Steve Orlando is killing it 2 issues in. There's always a 2-issue slump. Like, you can be scared that it might not pop. I think he is hitting the ground running. And this is my pick of the week. Is this your pick of the week, or are we?
No,
we split.
Split.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hit the button because
very close to being my pick.
This is my pick of the week. Now, pick of the week. So this book has been really fun. 2 issues in. I like that we're in space. I'm sure you love that. I love that we're dealing with the Shi'ar. I'm sure you love that. I think the artwork in this book is just phenomenal. The coloring in this book is phenomenal. And here's the thing. I think last week we had the discussion about the X Office not having a finite direction. And I think we've cracked the code. I think each book is doing their own thing, and they have one specific goal. And I think personally what's going to happen is that Karen Gillan, the unofficial head of the X Office, will take all these storylines and just bring it into the middle somewhere. Because I think everything that each book is doing currently is on point. It like makes you look, this is what we're looking at. We're looking for the original mutants. We're going into space. Shi'ar has the secrets. Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Totally disagree.
You disagree?
With one statement, with the first statement.
Which is? I
don't think Karen Gillan is going to do anything with any of these characters that are in any of these books at all. I think that Kieran Gillen and the team have realized that in order to have a big X story or even an X-Men event, you don't have to have every goddamn mutant involved, and that you can let the storylines that are existing, especially in places like Shi'ar space and in Otherworld, you don't need to somehow try to wrangle them back into Krakoa to have a big event. There's enough mutants to go around, and I love that. I love that we can have a book where we're going and hanging out in Shi'ar space, and hopefully no one's fucking with them. We can just do the story.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. What I'm saying is, I don't think we're going to... Oh, obviously, we're going into Judgment Day, and that's going to happen where every book is going into it. Let me rephrase. It's like a puzzle. Mm-hmm. Or let's say the quest. Each team has been sent out to find this one thing, not knowing that they're all interconnected at some point. I feel like that is going to happen. Like the Marauders, they've got this box, right? And it's got something inside of it that is leading them to the original mutants who have been locked away by the Shi'ar. And on top of that, the box, which is thousands, if not millions of years old, has Katie Pryde's name or something written on it with her handwriting.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? Like, that's so trippy, right? And so, like, big picture, if we were supposed to look at all the books, nothing feels connected, right? And everyone's frustrated about it. And I think and again, this is a big, like, just like you were saying, you don't think it's this way. I'm just kind of, putting in an idea out there that I'm not saying I'm hopeful. I just feel like I feel it in my bones that, like, every one of these books has something that's important, one key item or issue that will end up, whenever the next big X-Men event's going to be, everything will be connected and be like, okay, I need this, and this to make this. The Keyblade, whatever. That's a Kingdom Hearts reference. If you haven't played it, then sorry, you've missed out. So that's my opinion. But again, this book was fantastic. I love the lore building, and then I love what you told me about one of the characters who's, one of the original, like, villains from Giant Size, right?
Yeah. Eric the Red is like an OG Chris Claremont's villain. I think his first appearance was like Uncanny 97 or something, like 98. Okay. So he's been around for a really long time. He is tied in with the Shi'ar. He was part of those first original Shi'ar issues where they talk about the Encron crystal and stuff. Emcron crystal?
Okay.
So anyway, I just thought it was a really cool callback to continuity. I don't remember the last time he showed up in a book. I know Chris Claremont's run up until Inferno, and then starting at Hawksbox. Whatever happens in the middle of that, those 30 years, I'm a little fuzzy on. So I don't know if he's been prominent since then, but gotcha. I do think he's like one of the OG villains. So I thought that was really cool.
Well, either way, this has been an absolute delight, and I think a complete surprise. I think this, we just got our first issue of Knights of X, so I can't put like, hey, this is my front runner of X books, but I think it's there. I think it's in, how many do we have? Like 9 or 10?
No, not that many.
Okay, X-Men Red, Wolverine, X-Force, X-Men, X-Men Immortal X-Men, Marauders. Did I say X-Men Red?
Yes.
I'm missing something. Oh, the Nightcrawler book. Spurrier.
Oh, Legion of X.
Legion of X. I feel like there's one more. All right, I'll put it in my top 3. So I won't say top 5, because if I say top 5, that's more than half the books. So top 3 for sure. And yes, who said it? Someone said that this cover is dope. Or I haven't. Cruz said that this cover is amazing. Dude, the covers are fire for Marauders right now. I'm down. And then I think here's the other thing that I like about Marauders right now is that their boat is the spaceship, and it just looks fucking cool. Like, and I like the team that we have in this book. Psylocke, yes. Bishop, obviously, yes. The two
Carl?
from, huh?
Carl.
Who's Carl?
Carl's the new guy, the Dreamscape guy.
Oh, the Dreamscape guy. Like him. Wolverine's son and his date. I forget their names.
Aurora and Draken.
Whatever. Digging it. Psylocke, give me more, please. Like, I like it. I think this is a cool team, uncanny team. And then I'm actually kind of digging like the crazy weird, very dark scientist in Cassandra Nova. I think like, talk about a character that nobody's really talking about and bringing him in. I'm sure Comic Book Herald is just like giddy about it because he's been talking about it forever since Hawksbox. So that's Marauders, my pick of the week.
Nice.
Giant Size X-Men Thunderbird issue number 1. I genuinely liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was a great issue.
It's a good issue. Are we going to get any more Giant Size? I don't know. Or if this is this just
so.
Okay.
I don't think we are.
Well, I liked it. I don't have as much connectivity to the character. I mean, I know the basics of it, which I think that's really.
How can you? He's been dead since the 70s.
Right, but I'm saying, like, I was never connected to that content. I mean, I've read it, right, but it's just kind of nice.
I mean, he literally dies in his first or second appearance. So
right, and it was cool that they had it in here. I thought it was fun, and just seeing him, kind of toggle with the idea of being back and like really trying to get a grasp of reality, and you know, kind of tempering his temper, right? Like he could have gone all in and killed the werewolf dude, but he didn't. But he could have. But overall, it was a good issue. I just want to know, you know, he's coming back, and I think he's in X-Men Red. I think it's teased that he's going to be in X-Men Red.
It is, yeah. Issue 3 is what it says in the back.
Which, hey,
I'm excited about that because I was worried when I first got this book. I was worried like, oh, this is going to be a little highlight, and then he's not going to get on any team, and we're not going to see him. And I was excited when I saw this. I honestly think this is a really good example of giving fans who want this stuff what they want, and being a conscious what is the word I'm looking for? A conscious consumer. And like it really, if you bought this book and were disappointed, it's probably because you didn't know what your expectations weren't correct. But like it's a simple story bringing back a character that's been gone for like 50 years, and I think the creative team is really neat. I think if you're going to tell a native story, having native creators working on the book is a really good thing to do. I thought the art was really nice on this. His new suit is really cool. I like how like bright in your face it is. Mm-hmm. Definitely better than previous suits.
Well, Kiku says Orlando and Rose did a good job reintroducing Thunderbird. Hyped to see what Ewing does with him. I totally agree. In the top 3 of X-Men books right now is X-Men Red, Marauders, and then Karen Gillan's Immortal X-Men. Like I think those are the top 3 books. I think not, and then like honorable mentions, but may kick one of those books out is Night of X, but it's only because we've only gotten one issue, right? Like we loved the first issue, but let's see where it goes. So
Stefan would probably agree with that because he said he wasn't here last week to say that Knights of X was freaking awesome.
It is a good book.
And I agree. I loved it. I would say that it was, I don't know, man. It's just one issue, but I was just really pumped for how it was executed. I liked the art and where it's at. So
Joe says
his grandma's
his pick of the week. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. She was fun.
All right. Next up, we have Avengers Forever, issue number 5 from Jason Aaron. The introduction of the Hall of Doom, and then the big hook at the end. You know, if you needed an issue, if you really needed an issue to realize that Doom is just a badass motherfucker. Not even a badass, he's just a bad motherfucker. Like you don't mess with him. Even if you're Doom, you don't mess with him.
Even if you're Doom, you don't mess with Doom.
You don't mess with Doom. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I liked the issue. I don't think it was a scrub issue. It wasn't, you know, a throwaway issue. I think, you know, it was effectively done to really show how bad this version of Doom is, that he even doesn't give a shit what Mephisto's doing. Like, it's so minuscule what Mephisto's doing because I've got way better or even bigger plans, but, you know, more significant plans than he does. But other than that, there really wasn't much here. You know, it was just, hey, I'm Doom. I'm really bad. I cut myself. Like, I literally cut myself. I cut my tongue out, cut tongues out of my variants and make them work for me. You know, like, yeah, he's a bad guy.
I thought I was off of this book. Issue 4 though was better.
Okay.
But I still was kind of curious, and then I saw, you know, the preview for this one, and I was like, oh, well, it's Doom. I love Doom. And I think, while I think the premise is very interesting, I think it went a little too far.
Okay.
I'm like, we can only build and hype things up so much before, even in comic books with superheroes, my suspension of disbelief can't go anymore. It's just like, look how awesome I am of a Doom I am. I'm so fucking badass Doom that I fuck other Dooms and cut their tongues out and make them worship me. And then what? We're going to see him in a panel with our 616 Avengers, and Carol Danvers is going to punch him in the face and he's going to break in half. It's like, that's stupid. That's dumb. You can't build these guys up to be so big and then just then they just die.
But we said Avengers for now. You're right. If it goes in that direction, which it most undoubtedly will, then yeah, you're right. But we said that this Avengers Forever book allows Aaron to do the dumbest and craziest and biggest and most exciting things. And I am wondering, because of like what we've seen in solicitations for Avengers, it's almost as if this storyline that was introduced in Avengers and now has slipped out, because it has, but not. You know, this is where he's able to do that. Now, if he does exactly what you said, then yeah, that's dumb. Now, if whatever he does in Avengers Forever and then slips it back into Avengers and goes, nah, bitch, yeah, you're the 616, but I'm the doom above all dooms. There's nothing you can do. And if it actually has weight within the Marvel comic,
it's not going to, though, because he's doing this with all of these guys.
I know you're doing it. I'm just trying to put some hope in here that maybe how badass would it be? How badass would it be if Jason Aaron's Avengers run ended on the bad guys win? Like, can you imagine if if his Avengers run literally ends with the Avengers losing?
But how do you do that?
I don't know, but that's what we need. That's what I'm just saying now. This Avengers Forever and his Avengers run, it has to end where his ending, it's like literally he's not picking it. I know it's not going to happen. I'm just saying.
No. I'm just saying it is hilarious because I'm sure that some of our more seasoned readers or listeners are already
rolling their eyes,
making this connection. But literally, what you're describing is the Hickman run up to Secret Wars.
Oh, okay.
You're literally describing the Hickman run up to Secret Wars, which is really, really good. But we just did. I mean, we did that.
Okay, well then, fuck it. This sucks.
No, but see, that's not what I'm saying either. I'm not saying this sucks. Stefan's right. Doom doing Doom stuff never gets old, and it doesn't. And like seeing Doom out Doom, especially a Man-Thing Doom, I thought that was really cool. But it for me, it was a little too much to be weighty. Okay. For me, it was like, well, this is silly, but whatever.
I totally get that. Like, I agree with you. I do agree with you that I want all this overhypeness and buildup that we've had in Jason Aaron's run since issue 25 to mean something.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm just grasping at straws now. Like, and we were grasping with Hickman. Like, oh, he'll pull it together. No, he'll pull it together. No, it's coming. Wait, he's gone. Shit. You know, like, and I just don't want that to happen here because it is a good run. And I think when we see it encompassing, including Avengers Forever, I'm sure it'll be fun. But I want it to have some weight. Like, I want it to have some serious weight.
I don't know that I would currently say the Aaron's Avengers run is a good run.
From 1 through 25, it was.
Well, that's it, though.
I know. I just wanted to get back. I want that feeling again. I just want it back. Anyway, yeah, and then Quiku says, gonna join in on praising Knights of X. X-Line doing good right now. This was all right by Aaron. All right, but Aaron's Doom isn't good enough to sell this. I think that perfectly encompasses what you're saying about Doom. So, we'll see. All right, jumping into Iron Man. This is the final part in the
19-issue arc.
What was the guy's name again? I got totally
Korvac.
It started with a K. Awesome Alex Ross cover. Again, he never disappoints. And I believe
That's Nate's pick of the week.
It's your pick of the week.
It is. Yeah, I'm overall really happy with this total arc. This issue in particular, I had to like sit with it for a little bit and then go back to it because this is very much not a Marvel superhero book. Right now, at least the overall message here is pretty grim. It's pretty grim.
Yeah.
There's some good to it as well. So we basically see the finale. Tony's, pretty much realizing that he's an addict again and that he needs help. And Korvac is sitting there with his cosmic powers saying, I'm going to kill you and then literally everything else in the universe, and I will finally have my peace. And, Tony realizes what Korvac is striving for is to feel the natural humanity that he has never gotten to actually feel by being time warped, and then by being in a cyborg body, and then being cosmically filled with power. And he literally just challenges him. It's like, why don't you just fucking try being a human for once, and maybe you'll be happy. Maybe you'll see the things the way we do. And he does. Korvac beats the shit out of him for a minute, and then is like, when Tony's literally puking multiple times, and just laying on the ground, he's like, yeah, if you don't kill me first, this addiction bullshit's gonna kill me anyway.
I'm gonna die either way. Yeah,
it's whatever, dude. Like, just it's cool. And then Korvac does what probably no one is expecting, or at least at the beginning of the story, is picks him up and carries him and takes him to a hospital. So Tony's okay. Tony's all right. And then Korvac seemingly has a ponderance of a moment, and has a little bit of self-reflection, and climbs to the top of a building and walks off of it.
Now, did he though? Like, we didn't see the body.
It's the implication.
Okay.
I think the implication is strong enough that they felt the need to put the suicide hotline on the back of the book.
Okay.
So, whether he did or didn't is probably up to the viewer, like that, or the reader. That's the whole point. But to me, that's grim. That's very grim. That's a very hard. Literally, we finally see Korvac maybe achieve what he's hoping, and feeling the humanity that he's been striving for, the life, the feeling like he's actually alive,
right?
That he's been craving. And his second decision after saving Tony, his second decision is to walk off of a building. I feel like it's the English lit minor in me that just, when you end a story with suicide, it's like, that's a good one.
That's deep.
But like, it makes me feel like I need to sit with it for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then the issue ends with what's her name? Kitty Cat. I can't remember her name.
Hellcat. Yeah,
taking Tony to rehab center, so he can rehab off his morphine. Which, here we are 40 years later, and Tony's back in rehab.
Yeah.
Once an alcoholic, now a drug abuser, but it kind of feels like a Tony Stark story. I don't know, like, it kind of makes sense to me. So
no, I think Cantwell did a fantastic job, and like you said, to stretch it out. I didn't even felt it didn't. I mean, how many times in this 19-issue run did we were like, okay, just get with it? I think we may have said it once, maybe once. But overall, 19 issues, and you would think, man, that's a heavy, long arc. No, it felt fluid. It felt really good.
It did, yeah. I think it's in the future, this run will probably have to get collected in some way, because it's been broken up into 3 different trades, but it's going to have to get collected, these first 19 issues all together, because it really is a good epic of what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to connect with other humans? What does it mean to have an interpersonal relationship? When Tony gets to the very last panel, pretty much, is Tony getting to the rehab center, and he opens up a letter, and it was just a letter from Frogman saying, like, hey man, we're rooting for you, I hope you do well. And that was really, I don't know, to me that was really impactful. Like, that was a big, like, a nice way to end it, to show you that, like, hey, like, Christopher Cantwell's really, like, poking you and saying, hey, this is what it's about. Like, I know we're talking superheroes, but no, we're really talking, like, relationships and
human.
What does it mean to be human? I mean, still my favorite part of this entire run, like, by far the best part of this run, is like issue 6 or 7, when the whole C-list team is on the plane, and they start debating about God and whether God exists, and then Gargoyle basically says it's irrelevant because God is about a balance and blah blah blah. He goes on this huge philosophical tirade, and like, I really think that was Christopher Cantwell saying, hey, in case you're wondering what I'm trying to say, this is literally what I'm trying to say. And it kind of set the tone for the whole.
What'd you think of Frogman giving him the letter of, like, get it better in his room?
Did you not hear me just say that?
I guess I zoned out because I was reading comments.
Zoned out. Yes, I was saying that was my favorite part.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the B-list and the spaceship, which you were. So you started with the frog thing?
I started with the frog thing.
Sorry, I zoned out. I'm sorry. Yes, to everything that Nathan said. All right. Let's talk about Star Wars Obi-Wan issue number 1.
Belmonte, sorry, yes, you did miss X-Men time.
Oh,
X is always first.
Forget the X-Men titles are best this year's X-Men. Yeah. But just go back after the show's over. Go back. Just go back.
Oh yeah. No, I was saying it's a. I don't know. I think you would agree with Eric, maybe.
What did Eric say?
Do you think
okay.
do you think the X-Men main title is the best? One of the best?
Yes, I believe. Wait, which one? No. The main X-Men. Gary Jerry.
Gary Jerry.
No. Yes. No. I don't
know. I would.
It's good. Gary Jerry's X-Men is not in the top 5. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know. Maybe it's in the top 5.
I agree, but I'm just shocked to hear you say this.
It's because he hasn't. What we're talking about Obi-Wan here. Can we?
sorry, Obi-Wan.
Hold on, before we go in. Okay. Top 3. No, Eric said top 3 books are Immortal, Red, and Knights. Excuse me.
Right, and then he said, "Oh, JK, I forgot. I still think X-Men main title is the best in the X series currently." Try to keep up.
It's good. It's not the best. I'm sorry. Obi-Wan, what'd you think?
It's aight.
It's aight.
It's aight.
It's aight. I mean, we knew this was going to be a history thing, like Untold Stories of Obi-Wan.
Exactly. It's Untold Stories of Obi-Wan. I thought the, hey, I'm going to huddle in my cube because there's a big sandstorm. At first I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, that makes sense because now he can reminisce about the past. And, but yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay. Like, this story to me was just sort of like, meh. But yeah. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those things where we read each issue and each issue feels like a B. And then once it all gets together, we're like, no, actually that was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. And it tightens up once it's together. I'm like super excited about the next issue because we're going to get some Qui-Gon Jinn. So
what do you think is going to happen with this 5-part and the show? Anything?
Like, do I think they're gonna have any crossover?
Like let's say the Inquisitor that's gonna be in the main show, like one of the Inquisitors shows up in this book and it'll be like, the first person is character in the comic books.
I don't think so. I don't think this is really gonna cross over with the TV show much. Okay. I think what Marvel and Lucasfilms probably did was I honestly I think what Cantwell probably did was like, hey, I've got a story that might get people hyped for Obi-Wan. It's, because I highly doubt Cantwell was in on what was going on in the movie before he was assigned to this book.
Right.
And so he probably came to them with a pitch and said, hey, I've got a 5-part mini. It'll cover 5 different stages of Obi-Wan's life, and it'll give you more insight to the character as a whole and get people hyped for the show. And they probably saw his pitch and was like, yeah, that sounds awesome, let's do it. And then Lucasfilms was like, great, maybe you should change these things to fit this. So then that's kind of what happened.
Yeah,
that's my guess. I don't think it's gonna have much continuity flow with the show. How far away are we from the show before it comes out?
It drops the week of my birthday, so the 27th.
Well, maybe I'm wrong then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's pretty close. We're a couple weeks away from the actual show dropping, and so like issue 3, maybe 3 or 4, because it's a 5-parter, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So like 3 or 4, we might get a, hey, this is the first appearance of this Inquisitor. By the way, she's in the show, and oh my gosh, pick up issue 3. If she's got a cover, pick it up. You know what I mean? Like, I just could see that happening, which I'm not upset about. And non-comic book, who's hyped for the Obi-Wan show? Did you see the second trailer? Like, no, all the tingly. You haven't seen this? You need. Okay, when the show's over. I didn't realize there
was a second one.
They dropped it on Star Wars Day, May the 4th, and it was banger. It's awesome. But the one thing that I will say is I bought this. I was gonna get this book for the Phil Noda cover.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I got this one.
Wait, what?
I got the old man Obi-Wan.
Damn.
I know.
Because they didn't have it, or because
no, they had it, but I just saw this one and I was like, I kind of want this one. I just thought this one was, if there's still some Phil Nodos at the shop, I'll pick it up. But
you do you.
I do me. So, Anyway, that's Obi-Wan. I think it's going to be good. I think I'm going to go issue 2. Because like you said, it's just going to be phases. So now we're going into Padawan and then, Master and Anakin. No, I have the high ground. DC, our only DC book for the night outside of the free comic book day, and that is Batman 123 Shadow War Part 5.
I like this artist.
Ours is good.
Howard Porter. I like his style. It's very digital, but it's very bulky, but I like it.
I am intrigued with Batman Inc. because Ghostmaker is in charge.
Yes.
I am concerned that we're going to make him a villain.
Oh, what? Where'd you get that?
Well, when you read it.
I read it.
Okay. And they go after this one guy who's part of the.
Oh, because he was like, you follow me, not Batman.
Yeah, we're gonna do this for now.
No, that just fits that's just his personality. He's always been like that.
I hope so. I hope it's not like we're gonna be Red Hood Inc. and we're gonna just start killing bad guys. Like, I mean, which I don't mind, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't want him to be. I like the idea of him being a rival to Batman, but only in intellect, not in. I have to go shut you down now because you're taking it way too over the top. Does that make sense?
Hold up your Obi-Wan cover real quick. I'm sorry. Marco, that is the Eric Gist cover, not the Nakayama. Close though. They look very similar. Because I thought it was too. I just wanted to make sure.
So that's, overall the event. Yay, we're moving forward. Let's find out who this guy is. Is it Red Hood? Is it Red Hood? Is the imposter Red Hood?
Wait, what?
So in this issue, they were trying to whittle down who is being the imposter to Deathstroke.
Oh, who's the guy that kills Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah,
Red Hood.
Is it Red Hood?
No.
If you look at the panel, just hear me out, and maybe it's a red herring. If you look at when you see him when he shows up, because he shows up in the book, doesn't he?
No, what?
Yeah, he does.
No, what are you talking about?
No, I'm not. Right there. Right there. The imposter is right there.
Oh.
And he has a red hue in his face.
Bro, what?
Read the dialogue. Read the dialogue. And if you are as smart as I remember you,
literally wearing a Deathstroke.
You'll stay out of this.
Orange shot.
And let me walk so I can finally do what you couldn't. Who does that sound like? He's talking to Batman. I'm telling you right now, it's Red Hood.
Oh, damn. Kwaku, tell me it's not Red Hood.
Let me know, Kwaku.
Let us know. He's always right about everything. So whatever Kwaku says. Also, I saw my name. I got to see what's going on here.
Oh, did you get in trouble?
No, I don't know. Average Joe said Robin has grown so much since Williamson's run started, and this issue shined. Showed it, like Robin putting more fear into that prisoner to get him to talk, finding the secret door, etc. Yes. Oh, and yes, Nate, I read the backup story. I'm sure you didn't because you are absolutely
there was a backup. There was a backup story. I didn't even know there was one.
Literally. Red Hood is too busy in his own book in Task Force Z.
Is Task Force Z?
Oh yeah.
But is that an I thought that was an Elseworld.
No, it's not an Elseworld.
Is it not?
You can't keep up.
Emperor says it's Red Hood. I think it's Red Hood.
Empire, don't say that.
It's Red Hood, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's Red Hood. It looks like Red Hood.
Sorry, I was just gonna say. By the way, if you need a good Twitter follow Empire on Twitter. We've been following him for a while. He's got a good Twitter follow. By the way.
But why Red Hood? What problem did Red Hood have with Deathstroke and Raza? I don't know. I'm not saying it makes sense.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm not going, yeah, I got it. It's Red Hood and it makes sense. I'm not saying it makes sense. What up, Scotty? Or what's Scott? By the way, Daniel Scott, if anybody has not seen Daniel Scott's art, go check it out. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. You entertain.
It's not Red Hood because we can't let James be right. That's really all it is to it. Like it's could be Red. But who said it? Belmonte, I think you're right. Like, what is the motivation? Like, why? I'm sure it can, Williamson can come up with some really cracked out way to make it seem like it's, makes sense. But currently, with the information we know, I don't know that we can find motivation from Red Hood.
It's Red Hood. I'm not saying he has motivation. I'm just saying it's Red Hood.
But you're right. Empire, you're right. That totally seems like something he would say.
That's exactly.
I agree with that. No, I agree with that.
All right, Daniel Scott is an amazing artist, and he is here in the DFW area, and he was at Wild Acres Comic-Con a couple weeks back, and we need to get him on the show. Daniel, make sure to put your Instagram and your website in chat. Let everybody know this guy's artwork.
Oh,
so if you know, so that looks like Spider-Man, right? That's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now, if you look closer, those are candy wrappers.
Oh, damn.
Starburst and Tootsie Rolls and all different types of candy. And he's got some amazing artwork that you definitely need to go check out. I got this one at our Comic-Con, and then I also picked up a Grateful Dead Deadhead bit for my dad. So he has got some amazing art. He's got a Silver Surfer that you definitely want, Nate. That Ron actually had in his store for a couple days, or I don't know if he had it in the store. Maybe he did. But definitely go check his stuff out. So Daniel, make sure to put your artwork or your Instagram and any of your socials in chat and let people see your art. It's freaking amazing.
Quaker spoken, and he doesn't think it's Red Hood, so
not sure. Could be Red Hood, but it feels weird considering Taz Regime or something. I think it's bad. I think it's unless.
Don't want to say I need to read that run. I've only read the first arc.
Unless. Wait a minute. I just had a thought.
Oh.
No,
now he doesn't even think it's Red Hood.
It's Red Hood, but it's a stupid thought. But it's only because Last said, I wonder how they're going to bring Alfred back. What if it's Alfred? What if it's Alfred, dude?
Stop. Oh my god.
What if in Robin, when he broke the vial over his tomb, it seeped in, and then he's like, I'm gonna be a baddie. And then he's like, I gotta be Red Hood. I gotta pretend to be Red Hood. And then Red Hood's gotta pretend to be Deathstroke. And then I'm just gonna take it all down.
No. No.
That's what it is. That's it. I cracked the code. It's Red Hood it's Alfred pretending to be. It's back to life Alfred pretending to be Red Hood, pretending to be Deathstroke.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Not what's happening.
As overall for the event, yeah, I want to see where it goes. Obviously it's not super massive, even though I remember, again, I'm bringing this up again. I feel like this event is supposed to like go into Williams' Dark Crisis. Like there's something connected to it that's making a play. I don't know what it is, but I remember reading something within DC's like Twitter or on one of their websites or social posts. They said something about how Shadow War will Trojan itself into Dark Horse. I don't know. I maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that was the case. So there's that. Anyway, let's move into our official last book, but I think you have an honorable mention after this, and that's Radiant Black issue number 14. I was gonna say 1 from Higgins. I liked it. I don't think it's an A+. I just think what we're getting, we're getting a tension build between our new main character Nathan and how they might be fighting over Radiant Black, which I think is kind of cool. And I like how we're inching, ever so close to our main character. What's the name of the main character? I forget his name. Like the guy that's in the suit right now.
Marshall.
I feel like we're inching closer to Marshall. He's going to end up killing a lot of people. Like he's going to end up and doing it with intent, like it wasn't an accidental murder. There is an accidental murder. It's murder, right?
Right.
Murder.
If it's accidental, it's homicide.
There you go. Okay. So I just think that's where we're heading. And I think we're just kind of inching now rather than kind of moving at a faster pace, which I felt like we were doing until this issue. But I do like this idea that Nathan and Marshall will be potentially fighting over the suit.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
Yeah, I like that too. That's the parts that I liked. The criticism I have a little bit is that Higgins has always been a little wordy on this book. I don't know that his editor is really telling him to chill out. And sometimes it really works, and it's really like we get really thoughtful issues that are really profound, and then we get issues that are like this and that are just like, I felt really slogged by the amount of words in this book this week.
And that's not something that you usually say.
It's not. This is only the second time in the 14 issues I have felt that way. But there is one thing you can always say about Radiant Black is that it's very wordy, and most of the time I think it's worth it. Sort of like the Rush, Cy Spurrier's Rush. Very wordy, totally worth it. This issue could have been edited a little bit better, but I'm not saying it's terrible. It was still a good issue. I still think it provided a lot of plot growth or plot, forwardness, and a little bit of character change as well. Seeing that dynamic between Marshall and Nate changing a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's something to play there for sure. And does Nate end up becoming the Green Radiant, like in Power Rangers, the Green Ranger who's got the flute, and you're like, oh, who's this badass? And I do things on my own terms. That'd be cool. Only time will tell. But overall, it was a good issue, but not as groundbreaking or not as plot moving as previous issues.
Yes.
So,
all right, we missed a lot. Before I go and talk about the
go for it.
Honorable mention, Stefan said, keep the Alfred theories coming, James. Belmonte said, did we read Grant Morrison's Substack letter on his opinions on DC? I did not, but I'm very intrigued. Also, their opinion. It's the Thunderbird's grandma, yes. Amazing.
Yeah, that's so Alfred. You know what? I'm going to call it. That's our pick of the week is Thunderbird's grandma. We're taking it, Joe. I think you're right. I think you're totally right.
Poor Alfred has been gone too long, but I like how he's been gone longer than expected. Eddie too is kind of sticking with it for a while. Belmonte thought Alfred's death was terrible. I still actually haven't read that, so I need to see. Michael, yeah, this homage is really cool. I think you need to put this on your wall next to your actual Hulk issue. Oh yeah, this one that I have. Just saying.
Shut up.
Marco said he's a guy pretending to be another guy, straight up Tropic Thunder, like Robert Downey Jr. Michael, yes, we did get the Bone Orchard Mythos book, but I have not read it yet. Did you read it?
No, I haven't. And I was about to do I'm the dude playing the dude on the other dude. Yeah, that's a great line. Anyway, continue.
I've still never seen that movie.
You've never seen Tropic Thunder?
It's just one of the ones that slipped through on me.
I mean, you should watch it. I'm sure you'll be highly offended. But it's.
I actually, believe it or not, I actually am allowed to view things and comprehend them into the cultural content. Context that they were produced.
Then I think you should watch it because there are a lot of meme-worthy lines in that movie, and that's probably one of the best ones. Like, he's literally having, I'm sorry we're sidetracking, but he's having an argument with an actual black man.
Right, I know.
Getting mad at him for pretending to be black, or acting black, and then he's like, I'm the dude playing the other dude, being the dude. Like, he just goes down this thing, and it's like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Stefan said, I just binged Radiant Black 1 through 12 this weekend. The book is all over the place, but I kind of like the pacing. I think that's an accurate quick review. It is all over the place, but the pacing is really interesting, and I think we're telling a unique story. If you're that caught up, make sure you read what's the crossover whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, you need to read Supermassive.
Yeah,
you need to read it.
Supermassive. Patty said, I agree. He's talking about Alfred. They should have just let him trip down the stairs of the Batcave with tea on a platter because he's getting too old for that. Yeah.
Eric, I agree with you. Tom Cruise's best role. I totally agree.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Patty says, wait, you can watch these things without getting offended? Someone has to tell a bunch. Yeah, people, if there's one thing people love almost much as offending people, it's being offended. So.
And then Last comes in and goes, I hope I'm not the only one that hates Thunderbird's new costume.
You might be. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I am not fucking with you. I genuinely like it. But you know what? I'll make you feel even worse. The reason why I like it so much is because it features turquoise in a really big way, and it reminds me of my dead grandma. So
Jesus Christ.
I'm being serious, though.
Because that was your favorite color or what?
Yeah, that was her favorite color, and she used to always give me gifts of like turquoise rocks or emblems or necklace or shit like that.
Yeah. Well, Proudstar is in. He's in New Mutants, right? He's part of that team.
His brother.
Yeah. I do think we do. I think we do.
Yeah, part of the New Mutants.
I do believe we need the grandma in something though. Is she a mutant?
Stefan, yes. Supermassive before issue 13. She's not.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or
no.
Wait, yeah, she is, because that's the whole reason why they took them, because they had mutant genes. So
They wouldn't say. Okay. Yeah, we do need her in a book then. Put her on Marauders. I want her in Marauders. No, X-Men Red. I want her to be part of the Brotherhood.
Okay, we're going all over the place. Our last technical book is Scotty Young book. I picked this up at the last minute, mainly for a ad to my Beach Momoko collection. But I'm never going to buy a book and not read it, right? And boy, was this a silly goose time. The interiors on this are amazing. Like, they're really fun. We're just following Twig, this little character, and his little giraffe squiggly guy. I can't remember, his name's like Splat or something. That's actually exactly his name, Splat.
Splat.
Twig is starting a new job, and we're seeing him on a job where he is taking over for his dad to do some kind of journey where he has to take an object that's from a living mountain, that's found in a living mountain, and take it somewhere to see what its purpose is. The plot of this book is not very tight.
Is it for like young readers, or is it?
It is not for young readers, specifically, or it is not in any way advertised for kids. It very much does have a very playful, like I would. They do make a poop joke in here, but like that's it. Like there's not like any sort of bad. Like they go through the mountains. The mountain opens his mouth and his tongue comes out. And they walk in, and then when they eventually walk out, they walk out the back of the mountain. And Splat's like, wait, so if we went in his mouth and through his stomach and we walked out the back, Twig's like, no, don't say it. And he's like, but did we walk out of his butt? He's like, no. He's like, so where the mountains poop? No. Well, literally, like a poop in a butt joke, like, is not bad. I thought it was, like I said, a silly goose time. I thought it was fun, but there was not enough here to bring me back for a second issue. I mean, the guy that they're going to seek the whole time is they find him and he's dead, and you're like, oh shit, he's not just dead, he's like skeleton dead.
No, he's dead.
So, like, apparently he's been dead for a while. And I was like, man, that wasn't enough. I wish there was a little preview in the back to make me like kind of like let me know what the next issue is going to be. And then there's 4 pages of panels for the next issue, which is really smart. And it wasn't enough to make me still want to get the next issue. So this will probably be one of the ones, it's Scotty Young too. I like his writing. This will probably be one of the ones I'm totally wrong about. We'll get 8 issues in, and the first trade will come out, and everyone's going to be like, Twig, it's the best thing. What the fuck? Why are you reading it? And we're going to be dumb and have to go pick it up. But I'm not going to get the next issue right now.
So Dan says it's good. It's only 5 issues. And then Joe says also, have you guys watched Multiverse of Madness yet? I have not. I plan on seeing it probably in about a week or so.
I literally just started home No Way Home last night. I still hadn't seen it yet. And I fell asleep. I started too late.
And Moon Knight. I did watch Moon Knight, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
I've just seen the first issue.
Absolutely love it. You also need, and I'm sure this is going to hear me, you're not going to watch it. You need to go, well, you know who Peggy Carter is, so, right?
What if can suck my left toe? I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching that shit. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. Especially after what I've been hearing about Multiverse of Madness, I'm not doing it.
Why are you disappointed, Last? I don't understand.
Yeah, did you see what Daniel said? 64 exclusives and counting for Twig right now. There's an insane amount of covers for this book.
I don't understand why people are disappointed in Moon Knight. Am I missing something?
You are. Most everyone I've seen is hating Moon Knight, except I don't know because I haven't seen it. I don't know. Usually when people talk about Moon Knight, I don't like investigate because I don't want it ruined for me.
Okay, then never mind. Don't answer me because Nate
It's
hasn't
probably
watched all of
'cause-
it.
It's probably because you're an MCU shill and will just accept anything they throw at you.
You're just saying that to piss me off. That's not true.
It was a joke. Like, it was obvious that that's not
McKay
true.
made me love Moon Knight. This series was a disappointment. Okay, well, Nate needs to get caught up so we can actually talk about it. That's another question I've had, and I know we're done with the show, but what do y'all think? And again, it's all based on time. But would y'all want us to watch, like, say, Miss Marvel or She-Hulk or any new Disney Plus show or movie? Would y'all want us to do a review on those?
Mostly, yeah.
Like, would you want us to watch? Would you watch us talk about those shows, or are y'all strictly here for just comics and you'd rather us just focus on that? Because, like, I feel like we could do that. I mean, it would take us needing to actually watch the show, which, you know, if we did What If, you'd actually have to fucking watch it. So I'm not saying we're gonna do a review of What If, but I'm just saying if there's a season 2, you have to watch it. If they
I
say
hear
yes.
you. I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Anyway, back to chat. You watch What If, and he reads backup stories. Then we can be complete. Fine. Bet. I will read the backup story.
You got to get caught up, too. You got to go back and read all the backup stories in Detective Comics. And
that's what I'm saying. I will read the backup stories.
And you got to read backups from now on. Because it's going to take you a million backups to reach the amount of time it's going to take me to watch fucking What If.
No, you'd be surprised.
All right,
I'll do it. I will do it if you watch it.
Talk about the mental disorder of the character. Oh, interesting. Like Belmonte said, there isn't enough Moon Knight. There's more talk about the mental disorder than the actual character.
Okay.
But
I guess for me, like, I see what you're saying, but I think I agree. I you know what, you're right. There's not enough Moon Knight, but I think we have to establish that. I think these one-off series, because there hasn't been any like mention of there being a season 2, is like, I think we need to figure out who Moon Knight is. If Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight wants to have a chance in being in Blade or Black Knight, or, you know, whatever movie that he may pop in, right? Because if we just like, this is Moon Knight. Oh, why is he talking in a British accent? Oh, why is he now speaking in Spanish? Like, I think we need to have that context. Now, with Multiverse of Madness, you know, that theory is being tested, right? Because there are things that happen in many shows that are important for you to watch Multiverse of Madness. And some people like that, and some people are upset about that. So yeah, I think that's I think it's a valid point. But I think, you know, Kevin Feige and the MCU, I know we're not talking about comics anymore, but I think they're trying to figure out that balance. Is it valid? I don't know. I think it is, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, let's get through chat.
I think you've done something.
Have I broken something?
No, everyone wants us to do that, so
okay.
I guess what's the next show that's coming out?
Obi-Wan, which is an MCU, but we could talk about Obi-Wan. I think we should talk about Obi-Wan, in my opinion.
I'm okay talking Obi-Wan. Marco Cruz put it best: comic-related content movies are taking from the comics currently, so it counts.
Okay. Well then, I guess we'll figure something out. We're not going to do it right away, but we'll figure something out, and we will start doing review-related content. Maybe we'll just do lives so we don't have to. What do you think? Would you rather do live or?
No, we'll probably do a recording, but we'll see.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, Belmonte, that's a good point. Moon Knight would have been the perfect series to introduce vampires, especially with especially because of the McKay series that's going on right now.
Now, and I was a little disappointed in that. Like, I thought for sure we were going to get like a Blade cameo or something, because like they're so interconnected. But I fully expect Moon Knight to be in the Blade movie. Like, it's gonna happen. Oh my gosh, you're right. I did break it.
You broke it. I do want to make something clear though, just in case.
Be clear.
One of the whole points of our show and us doing this was that we were motivated by being a positive voice in the comic and geeky community.
Correct.
So if we are reviewing these things, don't expect any sort of clickbaity. We might make angry faces at you for fun because James likes to put that shit on there. But like, we're gonna try to find the best in all these shows, no matter what. So
I agree.
Don't expect us to be two white guys yelling angrily at our screens because of Star Wars isn't my Star Wars from '75. Like, we're not gonna do that. So just keep that in mind. That's not really our thing. We'll give you our honest opinions, no doubt. If it's poo poo, we're gonna say it's poo poo.
Oh yeah, I mean, look,
we'll probably just say like if.
Sorry, I had to get it in.
But like, honestly, like if we watch Obi-Wan and we like really hate the first episode, we'll probably just do like a 3-minute review and be like, "Oh, I don't know about this.
I don't know, guys." Yeah. But hey, Daniel says, yeah, we should start with Obi-Wan. Okay, all right.
That's a good one. Oh,
I'm
Bro
excited.
says do it live. I don't know.
Do it live.
We need to talk about it because I think live could be interesting. The only thing is we would have to like make sure that none of our audio, like only our voices are coming through. We can't make sure we have any like actual DMCA shit coming through.
I agree. No, yeah. You're right. No, I think you're right. And so that comes out on a Friday. Or at least I think they're doing the Friday, but then they'll move it to Wednesdays. So yeah, we can figure something out. And then as for next week, so I think we will have a live show next week. I will be cutting it close. I am going to Austin on Friday, but I will be back in time. Yes, I will be back in time for the show. But we need to talk about filming next week's sooner than Friday so that we can have it in the can. But again, I guess I did open a can of worms. But we appreciate everybody that is here live watching the show. Thank you again for listening to us rant and talk positively and sometimes negatively about comic books. And we appreciate every single one of you that are watching this live and every single one of you that are watching this as a past episode. Again, make sure to hit that subscribe button, click that bell, give us a like. Remember, we are giving away next week, May the 15th. May 15th, we're giving away this. We hit 650 subscribers. We're on to 750 subscribers. So make sure you're here live next week to get your name entered in to potentially win the slab. We'll do a random name generator wheel, but you have to watch live and talk in, what is that? Oh, you're trying to kill another fly.
One.
You have to participate in chat in order to get your name in for the drawing next week, May 15th. Let me end the poll, and I believe...
Well, who wins?
It's Silver Surfer Black. Like, we knew that was going to happen. So, at 750 subscribers, with 17 votes in, we are giving away this Silver Surfer Black #1 second print 9.4 CGC graded. Love this null cover. 750 subscribers, we will give this away. So make sure, again, subscribe. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we can only do it with y'all's help. If you're currently subscribed and you know somebody that's into comic books and they still don't know about Two Fat Guys Pull List, make sure to push our channel to them. I promise you, Nate will not have any more flies in the next live episode. I keep on seeing you put it up like I'm supposed to look at it. Like, here, look at this. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next one. We'll have a new comic book day video out on Wednesday, and then if any breaking news happens before Friday, we will make sure to make a video about it and post it here on our channel. And again, we will see you guys May 15th. Make sure to be here. You want to win this slab. Participate in chat. Let's do this. We're giving it away finally, and we're moving on. We're inching closer to 1,000 subscribers. So take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. Have a great week. And we'll see you in the next one, fam. Read more comics. Later.
Bye. Why are you trying to make me do more work?
I'm always going to make you